living life is stage. Hey, hey, living life is stage. Hey, hey, living life is stage. Hey, hey, living life is stage. Hey.
Sometimes we just have to do a full reset, reinvention, reevaluation, whatever your re is, to get to the place in life where we are completely comfortable in the skin that we're in, living our lives fully ourselves, 100% authentically, genuinely, and most of all, unapologetically. And I know for women of a certain age, seasoned women such as myself, sometimes you feel like it's too late to reinvent yourself, or you're confused as to what that even means, because you feel like, definitely at this big age, I know who I am. But we don't always give ourselves permission to do that. So if you have struggled with reinventing yourself, stepping out, like Diana Ross said, I'm coming out. That's one of my jams too, dating myself, but that's okay. 80s music is my jam. But if that is something that you struggle with or you've thought about, then you are in the right place. So welcome to the video. For those of you who are new, thank you for being here. My name is Stay Hall, and let's go ahead and jump into this. What I want to talk about is how you can elevate your life, do the beginning stages of reinventing yourself, getting yourself in a place of transition in one weekend. And I am not by any stretch of the imagination saying that you can change the whole trajectory of your life in one weekend, but we're going to walk through a Friday to Sunday routine that will allow you to wake up Monday morning feeling refreshed, feeling elevated. A routine that will allow you to wake up Monday morning feeling refreshed, feeling elevated, feeling like your best self, and just that push that you need to walk into whatever this next season is in your life, feeling great about yourself and doing the things that you need to do to keep yourself in that elevated place. And if y'all see me looking down from time to time, I have some notes on my laptop because I wanted to make sure that I did not forget anything. But we're going to start with Friday. And so on Friday night, this is when we're going to start shifting our mindset. We have a plan. We have goals. We are elevating our life. We are transitioning our life. We are moving into our grown womanness. And so it's going to start on Friday night. So no matter what you have to do all day Friday, whether you're working a corporate job, if you've been on your entrepreneurial hustle, whatever it is, Friday night, you have a date with yourself to get this elevation project started. And so we're going to start with Friday night by setting the tone, a nice little cozy tone. We're going to light some candles. We're going to dim the lights. We're going to have a glass of our favorite wine or our favorite sparkling water. We are going to take a nice, long, luxurious bubble bath. We're going to use those oils and salts that we've been saving for a special occasion that never seems to come around. We're going to pull those things out. We're going to use all of our little bath accessories. We're going to have our tray. We're going to set our what is the thing called? Our iPad up. We're going to turn on a video and just kind of chill out and decompress from the week. Then we're going to make sure that we are prepared to get into the bed at a decent hour, because we have a very productive and early day set up for Saturday. And I'm not saying that you always have to be an early riser, because that's something else that just depends on your lifestyle. But because we're trying to fit a lot into this weekend, we're going to need to get up early Saturday morning. So that means in order to feel refreshed, revived, and ready to go, we have to get in bed at a decent hour to allow our bodies to get the rest that it needs. So once we take our bath and do all of that, then we're going to get in the bed and we're going to pull out our journal, no TV on, maybe a little light music, And we're going to start developing our plan for Saturday and what Saturday is going to look like. And we're going to write down some of our affirmations. We're going to write down some of the things that we're trying to manifest. We are going to set the tone. We are going to set the expectations. We are going to be intentional, set our intentions for Saturday. We're going to write down that tomorrow is the beginning of a brand new life for me. Tomorrow morning, I am going to wake up happy, refreshed, and revived. And I am going to do A, B, and C, which we're going to discuss to make sure that tomorrow is the day that I need for tomorrow to be. And so this weekend is not something necessarily that you can just say, hey, I'm going to do this weekend. You may have to plan for this weekend, because this weekend of elevation is going to be all about you. So you don't want to be ripping and running, having your phone ringing off the hook, have a ton of meetings going on, people pulling you every which way. You want this to be a weekend that you can dedicate to yourself and your elevation. So it's something that you have to be really intentional about. Now, I don't want you to put it off for a long time, but I want to make sure that when you do it, you can be committed to it. So once we write all this down, we start planning what we're going to have going on Saturday. We set our intentions for Saturday. We go to bed early. Let me see, did I miss anything? No, I didn't miss anything. But you want to make sure you feed yourself well on Friday too. You want to have a nice, good, nutritious meal for dinner on Friday. So I didn't mention that part. So you might want to have a little salmon or salmon, however you say it, a side salad, a nice glass of water. Want to make sure that we go to bed totally hydrated, because that's going to help the way we sleep, and it's going to help us feel better when we wake up in the morning. So we ate well, we had our light music, we had our glass of wine, we wrote in our journals, we had our bubble bath, we used the good stuff, we put on our good satin pajamas, our silk pajamas. We didn't just throw on an old dusty muumuu or t-shirt. We went to bed feeling elevated. Why do I want to keep saying elevated? We went to bed feeling elevated. We went to bed feeling classy. We went to bed feeling luxurious. We went to bed ready for Saturday. So we write our journal, we put it to the side, and we allow ourselves to fall asleep naturally. Now, I suggest going to sleep without the TV on, unless you are listening to like the ocean sounds, the rain sounds, maybe even some affirmations. I do that a lot because we do get certain messages in our subconscious. So don't sleep on that, no pun intended. But when you go to sleep with some good affirmations playing, and there are ones specifically for bedtime where they will speak in a soft voice, almost like the ASMR, and they will just, pour into you even while you're sleeping, especially if you're somebody like me who never really gets in a true deep sleep. You kind of feel like you're aware. It's awesome. So make sure you get that good night's sleep. Make sure that you set yourself up for success. So when we wake up on Saturday morning, we're reclaiming our life. We're reclaiming our space. We're reclaiming our mind. We're getting up with intention. So the first thing we're going to do when we wake up on Saturday morning is be thankful. Be grateful. First of all, be grateful for the fact that you woke up in the morning, because it's not guaranteed. And then I want you to just lay there, or if you're not the kind of person that can just lay still, even if you need to sit up, don't turn on the TV, don't check your phone. Just lay there and have some quiet time, or just sit there and have some quiet time. This is a good time for your meditation. This is a good time for your one-on-one time with God. This is a good time for you just to think over your life and the fact that you are truly blessed. Think of all of the things that you have to be grateful for, no matter how small or how large, and just be grateful. Start your day with happy thoughts. Start your day in a place where you are knowing that you are worthy, a place where you know that you are about to embark on this life-changing journey that is going to start in this very powerful weekend. And this is before you do anything else. Just be still. Give yourself at least 10 or 15 minutes, because we got a lot to do today. So give yourself at least 10 or 15 minutes before you allow your feet to hit the floor, just to have that quiet time to be grateful, to be thankful, and just to prepare your mind for the day. And then we want to get up and immediately turn around and make up our bed and get our nightstand together. And then we want to go in and freshen up our face, brush our teeth, take a shower if you like. You just took a bath last night, but if you need to shower in the morning, take a shower if you like. But take your time taking your shower. Care for your skin, exfoliate, whatever it is to do. Just take your time. Start creating that dream morning routine. Give yourself a facial, and it doesn't have to take all day, but again, use those good products that you were saving for a special occasion. Exfoliate. Do all the things. Take care of yourself and take your time. Don't be in a rush to do anything. And as you see, I still haven't mentioned checking that phone because we're not going to be doing a whole lot of that this weekend. This weekend is all about us. And then I want you to throw on something for the day that's not your typical, I'm just going to be in the house. Like not your ratty t-shirt and your sweatpants, which, you know, there's a time for that, but we're talking about elevation here. So I want you to throw on something cute that you can just be around the house in, maybe a little track suit, a little two-piece set, whatever that is, a little sundress, whatever, but be cute. And then I want you to work on decluttering. I want you to go into your closet and get rid of at least 5 to 10 pieces that are no longer serving you. Either 5 to 10 pieces that you don't want to carry with you into this new elevated self. Maybe some trendier pieces that you bought a long time ago. Maybe some fast fashion that's already been washed 3 or 4 times and it's falling apart. Maybe something you bought 15 years ago and you've just been hanging on to it, or maybe it's that size 4 dress that you're saying you're going to fit into and you've already had it for 5 years. That can release a lot of stress and tension just in and of itself. Releasing things that no longer serve you, allowing yourself to move past a certain size that you have in your head that you're supposed to be, that you haven't been able to reach in years. Getting rid of those things and those constant reminders can really give you a renewed and refreshed mindset. So I want you to go into your closet, and I hope that you get closer to 10 than 5. And it's something that I just have recently done over the past 2.5 days, completely decluttered all of my closets. I'll insert a picture here to show y'all how much stuff I had to get rid of. And it wasn't easy because I like my things and I buy good quality things, but I buy too much of them and hold on to them too long. And while I was decluttering, that's actually when the idea for this video came. And so don't just leave it at your closet. If you have time, declutter that nightstand, declutter your office, whatever it is. And once you get going, like, it seems like a very daunting task because who wants to be going through all that stuff, especially if you've lived at your house for a long time. You collect things over time and nobody feels like going through that. But once you get into it, it's kind of hard to stop because I didn't realize I was going to do as much as I did. My husband was like, I thought you were only going to do the closet and the bedroom, and I ended up doing all of the closets, and it felt really good. So whatever you have the time and energy for, let's use this Saturday morning to do some decluttering, freeing ourselves of these items, these things, these articles of clothing that no longer serve us. And then I want you to spend some time cleaning one area of the home that you've been avoiding and getting it really organized. Because again, we're doing this in one weekend, so we don't have the time to do the whole house. So we've gotten rid of 5 to 10 pieces, and now we're either going to go into our bathroom, our office, our bedroom, some room that is really cluttered, that is not organized, and just dedicate a couple of hours to getting this space ready for the person you are going to be on Monday. And then after that, you can continue to do other spaces, but let's just do one, because again, we're just setting the intentions now. We're just getting ourselves in that mindset. This is our jump start to a whole new lifestyle. So you get that area decluttered, you light a candle, you put some fresh flowers, you hang a picture, because I don't know about you, but I have had paintings and things that I want to hang that end up in a closet forever, just waiting for me to hang it. And I'm like, why have I never hung it? And the thing is, I'm not even going to hang it. I'm going to ask my husband to hang it, but I'll bring it home and just put it in the closet. And I'm like, at one time, this was very important to me. I like this. I bought it to hang it up. Why didn't I ever hang it up? But then I think when I go through periods like this, because this is something that I do like every 5 years or so, I go through this major elevation phase where, like, when I went from 45 to 50 and things like this, where it's just like, I'm not the same person I was when I first bought that or when I first decorated this room. It's time for me to do some different things, because we just become used to things, and it's not necessarily that we like them so much or whatever. They just become a part of our lives and we don't do anything about it. So every 5 years or so, and I'm kind of in that phase now, a little earlier because I'm only 53 now. And so normally, like I said, I did it from 45 going into 50, or when I turned 50, but now I'm doing it again. Just kind of elevating my lifestyle, because I feel like I should be elevated as a person, right? The older we get, the wiser we should be, the more knowledgeable we should be, the more mature we should be. And so I always want my space and myself to represent who I really am. So just find that one space in the house that you utilize a lot, that you really needed to get organized, that you really needed to beautify, that really needs your attention, and just spend a couple of hours doing that. And then you want to make sure that during the day you're nourishing your body. We're doing some work, but make sure you're drinking your water. Fix yourself a really good breakfast, something that's going to be high protein that's going to sustain you. And make sure you do that throughout the day with your snacks. Eat healthy snacks, drink your water, prepare a healthy lunch. Like, live that life that is going to give you the energy and the vibe and the feeling you need to have the elevation that you desire. And so when we go into Saturday night is a good time to sit down and declutter our social medias. So we've already kind of gotten rid of a few things in our closet. We've gotten a room all nice and clean and organized. We've been eating good all day. We got on our cute little house outfit, whatever that is. We've done our face and we're feeling good. And so now it's time to sit down with that phone and declutter that social media. Start unfollowing people and pages and groups that don't serve the person that you are going to be. Get rid of anything that makes you suffer from comparison. Get rid of anything that makes you suffer from jealousy or envy. Get rid of anything that makes you suffer from depression. Get rid of anything that makes you feel anger. Get rid of anything that does not bring positivity and joy in your life. And it may be certain people. And here's a little tip for those of you who still use Facebook. You can unfollow people without unfriending them, and they'll never know. And so if it's somebody in your life where you don't want to necessarily cut off the relationship, and you feel like if you unfriend them from Facebook, because you know that's like a carnal sin, unfriending people from Facebook, but their content does not bring you joy and you don't really want to see it, just unfollow them. And so it'll stop it from popping up in your feed on a regular basis, but you're still friends and you can still go in and check from time to time if you just want to see what they have going on, but it won't go into your feed. But just unfollow those things, because whatever we look at and consume and read and visualize the most, that's what's going to manifest in our lives, whether we want it to or not. If you're always consuming negative content that's making you feel a certain way, that is the state you're going to stay in. It's hard to make these elevations, to do these reinventions, to make these transitions in our life and still continue to consume the same content, because truth be told, we are on our phones all the time. And it's whether it's social media, emails, texting, whatever. There's always something that we're consuming. And we have to be intentional about what we let penetrate our minds, especially when we're in these transition periods, because we have to stay laser focused on the task at hand. So I want you to use some of Saturday to start decluttering your social media. Start being more intentional about what groups you're a part of, who you allow access to you. All of those things. Be intentional, because social media is a big part of a lot of our lives. Let's see. What else? Is that it for Saturday? No way. Oh, no. Also, on Saturday evening, I want you to take time to read at least 10 pages of some sort of inspirational literature. So whether it's a self-help book, whether it's the Bible, whether it is some sort of affirmations book, if it's some sort of motivational book, if you are looking to be a new entrepreneur or start a new nonprofit, if it's a book to give you information about that, whatever type of literature that will pour into and add value to what you are trying to do, read at least 10 pages on Saturday. And I would love for this to become a habit for you moving forward, just like all of these things. Because again, we can't just do all this stuff on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday and voila, we have a new life. This is just our jump start. This is us just dipping our toe in. This is us just getting our mind conditioned for the life that we're going to continue to lead every single day. So reading 10 pages, that's something that I am starting, where at least every night or every other night, I'm going to read 10 pages of a book. Now, for me, it may not be 10 pages of the same book every other night or every night, because the way my mind's set up. But what I did, and here's a little tip for you, is I purchased a little bookshelf for the window seat in my bedroom. And I'll insert a picture of that here. And so I decorated it kind of cute. I have my candle there, my little room spray, my journals, and a couple of the books that I want to have, so I don't have an excuse, because my bookshelves, my big bookshelves, are in my husband's office and in my office. And, you know, sometimes you're lazy at night or whatever, because I chose to do my 10 pages at night before I go to bed. And so sometimes you're lazy and it's easy to say, I don't feel like walking upstairs, or I don't feel like going down the hall to his office. So I figured, to keep myself on task and so I could help myself and not self-sabotage, I'm going to put the books right here next to my bed on my side of the bed, so that I see them every night before I go to bed, and there is no excuse for me not to pick up a book. So that's something, and I just got it on Amazon. I'll link it below, and there are some more expensive ones, cuter ones, but this one was fine for me. But I just thought, I'm always thinking when I'm doing these things, what can I do to make this fail-proof? What can I do to make this less likely for me to stop? And so none of this is easy, right? Especially when you get to a certain age, because we've been living a certain way for a long time and you kind of get set in your ways. And so when I decide to make a change, I always come up with little tricks and things that I can do so that I'm not sabotaging my plan. And so having a little bookshelf right there was perfect for me. So read at least 10 books, and then you want to end your night journaling. End your night just kind of, and I don't care what kind of journaler you are, and I'm sorry y'all, there's some, I don't know if y'all can hear it, but we got some siren action, so I pray whatever's going on, everybody's okay. But just journal about how you felt on Saturday, how it felt to get rid of those 10 pieces, how it felt to declutter your office, your bedroom, your bathroom, whatever it is. And just note your feelings. And so whether you're somebody who writes in paragraphs or bullet points, it's just really important to kind of, at the end of the day, just kind of do a debriefing with yourself about how you felt spending that day to yourself, working on yourself, and doing things to help you elevate your lifestyle. So now we're moving into Sunday. And so Sunday morning is going to be the same, where we're going to wake up and give ourselves 10 to 15 minutes to be grateful, to meditate, to pray, to reflect before we do anything else, right? So again, we're not turning on the TV, we're not looking at our phone, we're not engaging in conversation with our spouse, our partner, our kids, anybody. We're spending 10 to 15 minutes first thing in the morning just with ourselves. And then I want you to do whatever makes you feel good. Spend that time in the morning doing your skincare routine, making yourself a healthy breakfast, having a nice long bath or shower, whatever it is, taking care of your nails, doing whatever it is. And today I want you to do something social, whether you take yourself on a self date or whether you want to go on a friend date, whatever it is, go to brunch, dress up really, really cute, put on your linen dress, grab your bag, put on your sandals, and go enjoy yourself. Have some good times. Splurge on that expensive glass of wine. Go ahead and get the lobster. Treat yourself out. But make sure if you decide to spend your time with someone else, that is someone who's like-minded, that it is someone who you admire the way they live, somebody whose conversation uplifts you. So be very, very intentional, very strategic in who you spend that time with. And then I want you to do a little shopping. We just got rid of 5 to 10, hopefully closer to the 10 articles of clothing. And so now let's treat ourselves, not to 5 to 10 pieces, but maybe just one really beautiful, dainty, feminine blouse, if that's what you like, or maybe one nice blazer or a pretty piece of jewelry. Just something that symbolizes the elevated lifestyle that you're preparing for. So something that is going to make you feel beautiful when you put it on. So whether it's a handbag or a pair of earrings, whatever it is, just one thing that is just going to make you feel beautiful. One thing that is you're buying to show yourself appreciation for caring for yourself. And once you do that, then I want you to come home and I want you to put that piece away, whatever it is, but hang it in that new decluttered closet or lay it nicely in your jewelry box or display it on your nightstand, wherever. But I want that to be a piece that is special to you and something that represents the lifestyle that you're building for yourself, something that you deserve, something that you cherish. And so once you do that, let's see, what else are we doing on Sunday? Oh my goodness, I can't believe I've gotten through so many of what I wanted to talk about. And so now we're to Sunday evening, y'all. See how easy this is? It seems a lot easier than it is because you're like, no, this is a whole lot to be doing in one weekend. But I want you to use Sunday evening to anchor your vision, right? I want you to have that good look in the mirror and self-talk and let yourself know that this does not stop here. This is just the beginning. Everything that I practice this weekend, I want this to be something that continues to be a part of my life on a regular basis. I want you to journal about your entire experience. I want you to journal about how you felt. I want you to journal about the progress that you made with your decluttering. I want you to journal about how good you feel keeping yourself hydrated, the fact that you made healthy choices in your eating. I want you to journal about how you felt when you bought that new article of clothing or that new piece of jewelry. And then I want you to be intentional about holding yourself accountable. I want you to be intentional about going to bed with the mindset of, this is just the beginning. Tomorrow is Monday morning, and I'm not letting any of this go. I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning. I'm going to get up in time to do my skincare. I'm going to get up in time to apply my makeup, if that's your thing, to do my hair neatly. I am going to put on clothes that make me feel good. As a matter of fact, it wouldn't be a bad idea to get that Monday morning outfit, especially if you have to go to work Monday morning. Get your clothes for the week ready on Sunday night. Lay out those outfits, hang them up on your clothing rack, lay them on the chase lounge in your room, whatever you need to do, but visualize those outfits. Be intentional about the pieces that you put together. Dress for success, dress for this elevation, so that you can get up Monday morning, even though you may not have as much time as you had over the weekend, but you already have a head start and you already have a plan. Don't let yourself down. Don't make promises to yourself and then don't keep them. I want you to be able to carry the same feelings of relaxation, elevation, worthiness, all of that from the weekend into Monday. And then I want you to walk into Monday wherever you're walking into, whether you're going to a networking event, whether you are going to the boardroom, whether you are going to your desk, your cubicle, behind the cash register, wherever you're going, I want you to walk in there looking and feeling like a boss, because even though your life might not be to the level that you want it to be, you can still show up as that person every single day. And having a weekend like this is what's going to prepare you for that. So don't wait until you get there to start preparing, because like they say, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. And that's what this weekend of elevation is all about. It's about doing the things to prepare us for the lifestyle that we desire and deserve. So y'all need to get it together. Get elevated. Don't wait for anybody to give you permission. You want to do it, you can do it. Just make time for yourself and do the things that you need to do to live the life that you desire to live. Now, thank y'all so much for being here and staying until the end of the video. If you have not already, please consider hitting that subscribe button and becoming a permanent part of this tribe. I would absolutely love to have you. And if you like content like this, this is definitely where you need to be. And if you would like to take a deeper dive and do some one-on-one coaching with me, please visit my website at www.stayhall.com and let's get a complimentary consultation on the calendar. So y'all know the drill. I love and appreciate each and every one of you to bits and pieces. Always be kind and love one another, but don't forget to live your life. LYFE. Love yourself first explicitly. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye.
Living like a gangster. Hey, hey. 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 Love yourself first, explicitly. You owe it to yourself to move with that energy. Empower your self-esteem. Self-love is king. That's the only way to win. That's how you empower your dream. Living like a gangster. Hey, hey. Living like a gangster. Hey, hey. Living like a gangster. Hey, hey.